Okay, now again, Lysippus and Democritus, these philosophers formulated a theory about the nature of things that bears a surprising similarity to some of today's scientific views. The atomists agreed with their predecessors that there must be a something permanent in nature, something that underlies all change and holds everything together. Yet the atomists held different ideas about what this permanent something is. They reasoned that everything in nature was made of tiny invisible particles or units called atoms. 'Di ba? Very very familiar na sa atin 'to kasi modern day scientist no or science subject meron ng mga atoms no sa kahit nung unang panahon pa lang no. Ito na yung sinasabi nila Democritus and Lysippus no. Again si Lysippus no yung sa last meeting natin si Lysippus founder ng Atomists no, the Atomists. Kumbaga si Democritus parang siya lang yung co-founder doon. But some of the philosophers and other historians hindi sila naniniwala na si Lysippus ay buhay or siya yung talagang totoong founder. But according to Democritus, no, sa mga letters niya, totoong nabuhay si Lysippus, no? Basing dito, no, scholar considered Lysippus the founder of the atomistic school and speculative thinker of the highest degree. Yet scholars are yet scholar give Democritus, no, again, the credit for working out the detailed application of the theory. We have very little biographical data for Lysippus. Some scholars doubt that he ever existed. But Aristotle and other refute this notion. No, sila Aristotle pala, no? In fact, in his work entitled Generations and Corruption, Aristotle discussed many of Lysippus' atomistic ideas. Lysippus was probably born in Miletus, a younger contemporary of Anaxagoras, and his main philosophical teaching probably occurred between 450 to 420 BC. So, that time kasi no, si Lysippus, wala siyang gaanong record na ginawang books or writings or letters that time. So, uh, bihira lang yung naniniwala na totoong buhay siya. But again, according to Democritus, buhay siya, no? Lahat ng lahat ng work na ginawa niya ay parang si Democritus ang nagpakita sa other scholars or philosophers. So let's go now sa main philosopher ng atomist no si Democritus. One of the most important atomists, Democritus, lived in Abdera, a city in Thrace in northern Greece. He wrote as many as 52 books, of which of 200 fragments had been preserved. Kay Democritus naman, no, ang pinaka main point ng kanyang philosophy is all about atoms, no? Atoms. Then yung soul atoms niya, and then the morality. Let's go now sa pinaka main point ng kanyang philosophy, no, atoms. The word atoms means uncuttable. The atomists thought atoms could not be divided into smaller parts because if they were nature would eventually dissolve and disappear. No, again, sa modern science ang atoms 'di ba hindi siya visible sa naked eye natin. Imagine yun mo yun kung pwede pa siyang ano i-cut to smaller size, basically sabi dito na pwedeng ma-destroy yung nature or hindi na pwedeng mag-exist yung nature itself, no? It would be eventually dissolved and disappear. So Lysippus and Democritus describe atoms as hard and indivisible, no? Indivisible with different shapes and sizes, yet invisible to the naked eye. The different shapes of atoms allow them to join together in all kinds of different bodies. When a human body, a flower, or an animal dies, the atoms scattered and later come together again to form new bodies. 'Di ba? Kung maalala niyo sa ano natin, sa mga past lesson natin, no? Actually, walang pinagkaiba doon sa para mga basic stuff ng mga unang philosopher natin, no? Sila Thales, nang sabi na water, apeiron, or nung kay Anaximenes, Anaximander, air, no? Ganoon din dito sa atoms, no? Kung mawala mo yung isang substance, no, pwede silang bumuo ng another substance or being, no? Ito yung atoms na sinasabi ni Leucippus and Democritus. And let's continue. While Pythagoras posited that all things are numbers, no? Alala nyo, the atomists believe everything is a combination of atoms, no? Number kay Pythagoras na kung saan, kung maalala nyo, na lahat pwede i-measure through number. While kay Democritus or Lysippus, no, it's atoms, no? Atoms lang lahat yan. Combination of atoms. And then kay Parmenides, no, by saying there is only being and no non-being, concluded that there could be no empty space because space would be nothing and there is no nothing. Diba? Naalala nyo kay Parmenides, no? Being is being. Kung meron man changeable things para kay Heraclitus, no? Diba naalala kay Heraclitus? The only thing that is permanent is change. Pero kay Parmenides, the only permanent is permanent lang, no? O kaya yung being itself. Being lang and no non-being. And then there is no space, no? Sabi nga ni Parmenides doon sa kanyang philosophy noon, kung maalala nyo. And then let's continue. Democritus opposed Parmenides' idea that there is no empty space. For Democritus, there is infinite empty space. He said the universe is made up of, no? So lahat, no? Democritus believed na may space daw. And he believed atoms and empty space, everything else is merely thought to exist. The worlds are unlimited. They come into being and perish. Nothing can come into being from that which is not, nor pass away into that which is not. Furthermore, the atoms are unlimited in size and numbers, and they are borne along in the whole universe in the vortex. No, naalala niyo yung kay Alexander, yung apeiron niya, no? Halos walang pinagkaiba dito, sinasabi ni Democritus na atoms and the whole universe in the vortex, no? Yung kumbaga yung apeiron. And thereby generate all composite things. It is because of their solidity that these atoms are impassive and unalterable. The sun and the moon have been composed of such smooth and spherical masses, and so also the soul, which is identical with reason. We see by virtue of the impact of images upon our eyes. All things happen by virtue of necessity, the vortex being the cause of the creation of all things. No? Kumbaga yung vortex na yan, na kumbaga yung Big Bang na sinasabi ni Democritus dito, is composed of all kinds of atoms, no? Kung ano man yung shape niya, lahat-lahat, no? Yung kumbaga basically yung atoms doon nang galing ang lahat, no? So, let's continue. The atomists reason that everything in nature result from the collision of atoms moving in space. No? Kagaya ng sabi ko rin sa inyo, yung parang Big Bang. Na? They did not believe that a God designed or moved these atoms from place to place. Instead, they thought atoms inherently obeyed the mechanical laws of nature. Because the only things that exist are atoms and empty space, which are material things. We called we call the atomists materialists. They never believe na something came up kung bakit nagawa ng mga atoms na na mag-combine at bumuo ng other being. Hindi, no? Kundi they believe na yung mga atoms na yan, they follow a mechanical laws of nature, no? Then again, ang tawag sa mga atoms ay materialist, no? Lahat ng material na yan is composed of atoms and they follow a mechanical laws of nature. Kaya nakokompose yung basic stuff na sinasabi nila na atoms, no? So basically, marami mang debate dito. Ang gusto lang sabihin ng ni Democritus na all in all, atoms lang ang bumubuo sa mundo, or the basic stuff is atoms. Now, let's go now sa soul atoms. Now, the Democritus believe that our thought also result from atoms. Again, even the ideas or our thoughts, no, there is an atom, no, there is an atom there, no? So pero yung that in the ideas, sabi dito, yun sa thought ng isang tao, ang sabi doon ni Democritus is soul atoms, no? Soul atoms. In other words, when you see a monkey, example niya dito, it is because monkey atoms enter your eyes, no? Yung nakikita mong visible na atoms in the shape of the monkey papasok sa utak mo, yung tatawag niyang monkey atoms. So, hindi ko alam kung ba't yun yung example niya dito. Pero yun, no? So, monkey atoms make an impact upon your soul atoms and a thought is born. For Democritus, the soul is made up of round, smooth soul atoms. Again, no? For Democritus, the soul is made up of round, smooth soul and atoms. Diba, nalayo kanina? Yung soul para sa kanila is all about atoms din, no? But it connects, no? Connected siya sa intellect ng isang tao, no? Yung soul atoms na yon, no? Yung soul ng tao, hindi siya basta soul lang sa religion. Kumbaga, yung soul ng tao is the intellect part, no? Ito yung sinasabi dito ni Democritus. So yung soul atoms natin sa thought natin, yun doon part sa intellect yung discussion niya, no? Sa intellect, no? Again, let's continue. At that, the soul atoms will scattered and could, like body atoms, become part of a new soul formation. This idea suggests there is no personal, immortal soul. For Democritus, the soul, including thought, connects to the brain. Once the brain dies, we cannot have any form of consciousness. No, pag no, basically naman, no, pag pag namatay yung brain natin, patay na rin tayo, no? Wala na tayong consciousness natin. And again, ang soul para sa kanila is our intellect, no? Once na yung brain natin namatay, parang hindi ka na tao para sa kanila, no? Nakukuha ba? Okay pa ba, Jed? Shan?
Yes, sir.
Shan. Shan,
Kaya pa
tanong.
yan. Kaya pa.
Okay, last na to, no? After ng soul atoms, no? We have the morality kay Democritus. Although Democritus believed that everything has natural causes, no, yung kanina sinabi natin na mechanical law of nature, no, and follows mechanical laws of nature, sabi nga dito, he believed that we have some control over our thoughts, no? Meron tayong control over our thoughts. Siyempre, we are a rational being. He developed a set of moral rules that we should use to achieve happiness, not from fear, but from the sense of duty. Refrain from your sins. No, kahit hindi religious si Democritus, naniniwala pa rin siya ma-achieve yung happiness natin from refraining to do sin or bad things, no, para sa kanya. He who does wrong is unhappier than he who suffers wrong. Strength of body is nobility in beasts of burden. Strength of character is nobility in men. Those who have well-ordered character lead also a well-ordered life. No? Meron tayong control sa mga atoms, but not in form or visible form or shapes, but through 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 our intellect, no? Pwede natin makontrol yung mga ibang atoms, sabi niya dito, no? Na kinonect niya doon sa morality, you know? Again, in order to achieve na happiness, sabi niya dito, iwas tayo sa mga sins. No? So, yun lang yung main philosophy ni Democritus, no? Yung atoms, soul atoms, and kanyang morality, no? Ang kanyang morality. Ito na yung last natin, no? Palapit na tayo sa last sa last part ng ating discussion, no? For this part, guys, no, yung links to the classical period, yan. 'Di ba tatlo kayo? Sabihin ko lang sa chat kung ano yung gagawin niyo dito sa last part na to, no? Oh, okay lang ba?
Okay lang, sir.
Kasi ganoon yung ginawa ko sa mga third year, no? Sa mga third year. Yan. Okay, may tanong pa ba?
None, sir.
Sean, buhay ka pa?
Wala naman, sir. Wala naman.
Wala naman, sige. Jed, ano update sa
Yes, sir.
bagong movies natin? Joke lang. Wala pa.
Ikaw pa alam, di pa ako nagtatanong kay Fritz kung may nahanap na bago eh.
Ay, sige. Pa-update na lang no ka.
Sige, sir. Venom, sir, napanood niyo na?
Ay, yung bago niya?
Opo, sir.
Ayun.
Meron kami eh.
Oo.
O, gusto niyo ba yun, sir? Okay lang yun.
Sige. Kung may time ka, punta ka dito sa CM.
Sige, sir. Sige, sir.
Okay.
No problem.
Ah,
Yes. Venom.
okay, thank you. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Sige. Sabi ko sa chat yung ano nyo yung gagawin nyo no ka.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bye. Bye. Ingat.